Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Wizard deck in Timeless format. So with the release of the newest set, Bloomburrow, I'm be testing out this card called Thunder Trap Trainer. This is actually a pretty sick card because not only is this a wizard, but it is also a wizard that also turns on Flare of Denial. You play this card, if you have Flare of Denial or the top 4 cards happens to be a Flare of Denial, you can use it to sacrifice the Thunder Trap Trainer, putting that card into the graveyard, and you can counter for 0 mana. Really nice thing about this card is that with the synergy of Flare of Denial, now you're putting 2 cards into the graveyard. That also turns on Treasure Cruise as well. And in the late game, if you can afford it, you could even pay the Offspring cost and you can make a copy of this card onto the battlefield as a 1/1 and get an additional card out of it. And if you do that, while you have a Flare of Denial, you can sacrifice the main copy to the Flare of Denial, and then you can use the other token, since it's a copy and it's a wizard, that can turn on Flame of Honor as well. And last but not least, this is a card that puts a non-creature card into your hand, right? It just so happens, Lauren Revealed and Sink into Stupor happens to be a non-creature spell. So if you need a land, you can also play this card to fish for a land as well. So I'm pretty excited to try this deck out, and having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Burst of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright. Already this pesky mountain. I'm gonna try keeping it. We still have Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster, Flare of Denial. This is the only card that we can't really cast. So my opponent clearly has a what is it? Grief at the moment? Golgari with the Grief, huh? No, it's not. It's actually what is it? Oh man, that 3-mana green card. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. They have double Delighted Halflings, so I guess I really don't have a choice. I can't counter anyways with the mana drain. Might as well just set up a Tameo here. So this last card is a Yogg. They have 2 mana, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the Snapcaster Mage now. Yeah, this last card is a Yogg, and this other card is the green Evoke card. Yoink! What a card. What a card Flare of Denial is. Well. Oh man, my opponent also tops it. So let's see what this is. I could keep drawing with this Tameo. I feel like I should just draw here. Another Flare of Denial. Okay. Interesting. Let's get back mana drain. That was actually pretty sick because we're about to actually transform Tamio, and then we're still gonna have enough mana for Snapcaster Flare of Denial. So yeah, Stern Scolding, absolutely insane versus their deck because it also counters their Yogg. We just need to really get rid of this Delighted Halfling. Okay, let's take out some Flare of Denials. And I'm actually going to take out a copy of a Snapcaster Mage. Brotherhood's End. How good is a Spell Snare? Gets rid of a Bowmaster. Maybe it is another Snapcaster Mage. Should we also bring like Unlicensed Hearse? A lot of cards we're bringing in. A lot of removal spells. I like that. Dotsies. Seems like it's like a Bowmaster turn or something. Treasure Cruise. We do have a lot of cards at the moment. Might be a little bit of a greed, but we have so many 1-drops that I feel like it's not bad. That is sick, by the way. Ability to get a land. More Bowmasters. Sure. Ooh, a Spell Snare. Is it worth shocking it in, though? Let's do it. Okay. Doesn't seem like they have anything. Looks like these are 4-mana cards. Six. I could wait. But I don't think it really changes anything. Like, it's just a Yawgmoth coming down and we just fire off like a copy of a Discharge, right? Yeah. I mean... My god, my opponent couldn't do anything that game. I don't know if I'm really a fan of this hand, but... When I don't have, like, 1-mana removals, I hesitate. So we can put this one back. And we can put that one back. Or actually maybe put this one back. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna draw into one of these. Another Guide of Souls. That's really good. Trying to be mana efficient as possible. We're really not getting any of our, like, early game removals, huh? I think we let the Ocelot Pride sit for a bit. Really? Kind of surprised. That means they don't get to play their creatures this turn otherwise. Unless they have another land. Oh, you have another Ocelot Pride. Okay, fair enough. Of course they have million Ocelot Prides. Of course. That makes so much sense. So we don't need a sink at the moment. I mean, I'm gonna be drawing these anyways. Yeah, what do you mean they have everything? A Bowmaster? Okay. We're going to a very low life total. We are going to a very low life total. What should I do? Should I just have this as a backup just in case? Wait, what?
What a beautiful day, brother.
Excuse me? How did you play the Ajani? You may sacrifice a non-token blue creature rather than paying its mana cost. Counter the target spell. Yeah, how did you cast that, opponent? Are you perhaps cheating? Yeah, are you perhaps cheating? Yeah, that's really weird. How did they cast that? How did my opponent cast that? That's crazy. That is crazy what opponent did there. Yeah, how did my opponent cast that? I mean, we are dead in so many different ways. It's crazy. Yeah, we are dead in so many different ways. It is actually nuts. Oh, looks like they might have a Bowmaster. I mean, if they have a Bowmaster, it's a little bit late. You should have used it. A Fatal Push? Hmm. How much do I care about this? Let's say I mana drain, I have 2 blockers. But then I die to Bowmaster top deck. Yeah, this is a bit... Yeah, this is a bit of a situation, isn't it? I cannot tap out with this Flame of Banor. This is crazy. Let me see what I draw first. I will mana drain. Jeez.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
Yep. Safe as possible. Safe as possible. Does this matter? How much does this matter? Boo, 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 boo.
Teamwork triumphs.
Is returning considered dying? It is, right? Because it's a token? This is 5 mana. It's a bit dangerous, but... yeah, this is a bit dangerous. So, I hope that doesn't backfire.
This is not just a battle of arms, but of ideas. I am not defenseless.
As long as opponent draws a 2-mana card, we're good. As long as this is a 2-mana card, we're good. Nice. Perfect. This is insane.
A good story.
This is
Fresh in mind.
insane. I believe we still have 3 creatures left. Yeah, we have 3 creatures left to win the game. It's so strange, Village Right? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So yeah, that just happened. They play a lot of black spells. I'm gonna bring in some Blood Moons. Brotherhood's End. Cast into the Fire. Really good against their deck. They have a lot of 1 toughness creatures. I don't know. And some Unlicensed Hearse as well. That's a lot of cards we're bringing in. I'm gonna cut like Thunder, Flare of Denials. Maybe a copy of a Snapcaster as well. I'm gonna cut 2 copies of Flame of Banor and a copy of a Thunder Trap. Probably the best card they could have drawn on turn 1 versus our deck. Take a little damage as possible. Kind of just banking on a Brotherhood's End, I guess. Wow, you've been playing Phyrexian Tower. Crazy. Do I even... I mean, I do have Snapcaster Mages, so... We'll just go double Thunder Trap. Or do I? Let's go. Now that is just so sweet. Doesn't look like they have a Bowmaster from the looks of it. Look at their mana base. Like, what is this? Like, it's so greedy. It is so greedy. Yeah, we should be able to get them pretty hard. Brotherhood's End, top deck? Guess that wouldn't even work. Yeah, that wouldn't even work at the moment. Yeah, we are in a bad spot. Very bad. We're about to take million damage here. Not if they do that. Why didn't they just attack everything? Like... What? Opponent? Ooh. Okay. I mean, still not in a good spot. Hmm. Yeah, still not in a good spot. I don't think I can use this treasure cruise in case they have a bowmaster.
Where shall we hunt today?
Cast into the fire. All right. My opponent keeps it on top. Yeah, okay, so I made a mistake here, right? Because now they can sacrifice the 2-1. I don't think there was any other way I could have actually done this though. They could have in response sacrificed their Johnny there.
I'm not afraid of any of you. Pleasure doing
That is also
business.
kind of annoying, isn't it? Cast into the fire. This doesn't hit planeswalkers. Okay, so how do I kill the Omnixilus? Such is the question. This one only hits creatures.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
A Johnny? Let's see what I can get. Blood Moon not gonna fly here. Should I try drawing Treasure Cruise? Like, I know I can just Lightning Bolt the Omnixilus and do it again, but I feel like at this point, drawing is probably better, right?
Pleasure doing business with you.
Land? That one's 6. So we need to exile 5 cards. Oh my god. How do I kill this Omnixilus?
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
This is insane. Hello, deck.
You will become intimate with regret.
Galvanic Discharge.
my coin or card?
We might have to... I mean, surely we're gonna draw another direct removal, right? Surely? Right? We still have 5 copies. This Omnixilis did way too much.
Oh, you'll suffer for that.
Oh yeah, like, we could even draw things like... Snapcaster Mage. Oh my god. So you're telling me we still haven't drawn... We 23 cards left. We still haven't... We need... There's still 3 copies of Galvanic Discharge, 2 copies of Lightning Bolt, and a Brotherhood's End that could end this guy. And we didn't get it. So you're telling me that is the case here. My god.
I've read nearly the entire library.
His Omnixilis soloed me. Because, I thought... You know, I thought that... You know, we could... I mean, I guess Tamio is offsetting the Omnixilis now, right? Wait, they went for down tick. Okay.
Well, now you've gone and ruined all my fun.
Sync. Okay. We're gonna try to transform next turn. If we can help it. Ooh. I think I have to counter that. Oh, no. GG's. Okay, so they still play Flage. Wow, that was a bummer, wasn't it? That was a bummer. I think our sideboard was actually good. We just couldn't find our answer to Omnixilis. Like, my goodness. That's insane. How long that Omnixilis survived. Yeah. Not ideal, you know? Not ideal. We don't need this island. Actually, do we need this island? Maybe it's actually Ottawara and Mystic Sanctuary. Marionette? Okay, Blood Moon. It's not gonna be the greatest Blood Moon because they already got Plains down. But their deck is so greedy. Their entire... Yeah, like they have so many black cards in their deck. That's what I've noticed last game. Okay, this one looks decent. Steam Vent into Tameo.
Oh no! I'm late for class!
Is this actually actual factual mirror? I think so. Seems like it's an actual factual mirror match. I'll take that. Seems like opponent's main decking up Blood Moon though. That's kind of the angle that I'm seeing here. Okay. Discharge or Brainstorm? Feel like I'm not gonna be using Galvanic Discharge for a very long time. Yeah. They went for that. Probably gonna have to counter that. They even play a counter spell. If I can find a land, that'd be nice here. So I can go like Thunder Trap Trainer. I don't think I can get greedy here. You may play an additional 4 mana as you cast a spell. If you do, when this creature enters the battlefield, so it has to hit the board. So if they have a counter spell, then it would have been pretty bad. I can't believe we got a mirror match. Like, that's crazy, right? Let's just keep drawing. This works out because we're putting cards in the yard for the treasure cruise. So they had a spell pierce, huh? But let me see here. I'll leave a Flammable Nor. Okay. I could get greedy with the Thunderkin, Thunder Trap Trainer here. Play it next turn. Tishana's Tidebinder. Sure. Definitely doesn't seem like they have anything. Yeah, they got nothing. If they do play Blood Moon, it actually doesn't matter. Crackling Drake? What the... They have another one! Holy... That is crazy. I mean, I feel like this game is like kind of over. Yeah. Flare of the Nile. I could just mana drain, honestly. I mean, I have so much resource that I can just like do everything kind of willy-nilly. It's interesting that they're playing Crackling Drake though. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's very cool. Okay, Invert Polarity seems actually insane. Play a copy of a Test of Talent. Stern Scolding. They play a Tishana. Tamio. Do I need a Disruptor Flute for Tamio transforming? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna bring 2 copies of Stern Scolding. I mean, do I actually need it though? I feel like because we're playing this combo, like we should be favored. Like we're playing 0 mana counterspell. They're not. Yeah, they're not. I could play some unlicensed first though. What do I cut though? Actually, probably like 2 copies of Snapcast for Mage. Flame of Honor is just too good. I'm kind of thinking maybe like a copy of a Spell Snare and a Lightning Bolt. Perfect. I'm gonna get an island. Oh, that actually landed? Kind of crazy.
Stayed up too late reading. Again.
I gotta let this brainstorm through because of their land there. So if they crack the Scalding Thorn, I'll brainstorm in response, but I need to be a little bit careful with this card. I do have the advantage with Tamio here, so I should probably use it. They went for Surveil. Every attack, every turn Tamio gets an attack, we are doing fantastic. We are doing fantastic. Yeah, every turn Tamio gets attack. Just really big swing. Brainstorm. Interesting. Interesting. Now, this Tamio is dead. So technically I could just Flare of Denial. Does saving the Snapcaster Mage matter? I think it actually does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, they could have ran out of a removal though. Yeah. Spell Snare and a Flare of Denial. Do I want more lands? I think I just want counter spells at the moment. Oh yeah, I want that one. Yeah, after that battle, still have 2 copies of Clue tokens, which is great. Let's try to resolve a hearse. Nice. So let's get rid of Snap, Spell Snare, and Stern Scolding. We'll also just resolve this now. No, we bricked! How? How did we brick? No. What a disaster. That's insane. That is actually insane. Imagine breaking. Okay, nice. Discharge. Okay. Let's grab probably a Lauren Revealed. I wonder if I should have actually grabbed that. Kind of hoping they actually ran out of stuff here. Yes, Spell Pierce. How do we end up here? How do we end up here? I guess we didn't draw a Flammable Nord this game. Yeah, it looks like that's actually the difference here, and we drew a lot more lands. Oh. That landed. Okay. That landed. Mana drain. You're gonna have to mana drain this. No? What? That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, I can cast Treasure Cruise twice. Maybe that's what I should do. Without any backup spells, though. Maybe not. I'm playing scared. Ooh, Snapcast from Mage. Okay, so we can... End step Spell Snare, actually. Here goes nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again now. Spell Pierce. Okay, I think we won. Yeah, I think we won. Yeah, if we resolve this, it's over. Offspring. Resolve. Cameo. Looks like this is game over.
This is an interesting story.
I really think the difference is like... yeah. Like, this Thunder Trap trainer is so insane. Okay, so I played 5 games, lost to a Mardu Energy. It came down to a wire, but it was just so long that I couldn't really fit it in. Plus, and I also felt like because it was my first game, I was kind of out of it. I wasn't really focused on the game, and I kind of misplayed a bunch, so I didn't really want to show you guys a game where I misplayed a bunch. So yeah, the 3 games that you see here are pretty varied, which is kind of nice. And each of the games really took a really long time, right? I do feel like you really need to play this deck very well to do well, because like little bit of a small misstep, you can really fall behind. So yeah, this is a pretty difficult deck to play. So if you're not entirely familiar with the Timeless meta, I don't really suggest playing this deck. But if you have a firm grasp with the meta, knowing what to counter and stuff like that, it's a really fun deck. It's very rewarding and has a lot of lines. So the card that was added with the Bloomburrow is this card here, Thunder Trap Trainer. And this is an Otter Wizard, which has a pretty interesting mechanic, which has a kick cost. It's called an Offspring here. And against like a grindy control decks like the last one you've seen, it can really just kind of take over the game because like, especially like if you're on a top deck war, you played a bunch of counter spells, things like that, and then you play this card out, like it's kind of nuts. Another thing that I've actually noticed, which I really liked, was that whenever I was lacking on lands, I did kind of get lucky into hitting one of these like MDFC lands, like Sing It to Stupor. We also hit like things like Lore and Revealed, which is nice. So honestly, like looking at the top 4 cards is like even better than something like a Brainstorm in some cases. It's actually really nice. And even if you get like, let's say you get like Brainstorm locked, you could even play the Thunder Trap Trainer to unbrainstorm lock yourself, because the top 4 cards that you see, you put it at the bottom of the deck. So a lot of applications, just a really great card in this deck. Like especially if you hit a Flare of Denial, and opponent really wasn't expecting a counter spell. Like you see a 2-mana 1/2 like wizard, and you tap out, and they're like, what are you gonna do with that? 2-mana 1/2, and you also tap that as well. And then you suddenly pick up a Flare of Denial, or have a Flare of Denial in your hand. Now, suddenly, and also like Flare of Denial, just really good with Snapcaster as well. So, Snapcaster, Flare of Denial, sacrificing both of these cards. And with these two, because the Flare of Denial also sacrifices a creature, you tend to put a lot of cards into the graveyard, and that's where the Treasure Cruise comes in. So I think the importance of this deck really just comes down to early Spell Snares or Stern Scoldings, and you have to take some damage. Don't worry about 1-drops, even though they're like pecking at you every single time. You can't tap out. You have to sacrifice some life to stabilize. And once you get to things like the Brotherhood's End, Cast into Fire, I was actually thinking about maybe this should be something like a Fury, but I have a copy of a Cast into the Fire just because this is like a artifact hate as well. Like, not only is this really good against Boros Energy because they have a lot of 1-toughness creatures, but it can also get rid of things like Unlicensed Hearse. So I was actually thinking about maybe playing another copy of Cast into the Fire. So that's something that you can do, like instead of a Surgical Extraction. Surgical Extraction is only there for Omnitel. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.